Check your bags, take off your shoes, find a terminal, and oh yeah, why don't you see some art while you're at it? Airports, they are becoming a major destination to catch a little culture in between the pat downs and the peanuts. We've got Wall Street Journal's middle seat columnist Scott McCartney joining us right now with a look at some must-see airports across the country. Scott, very interesting to me that there's a renaissance almost happening in a place that causes so many of us so much stress. Why is that?
Well, the stress is a big factor, Wendy. After 9/11, airports got real serious about art because people were spending more time in the airport. They were stressed out. Airports were looking for ways to calm them down, to make a better impression, and provide that long wait in the airport with a little bit of entertainment.
That's a very good point. I mean, we're staying in line in security, and we have to get there so much earlier now. They're giving us a little something to look at while we're there. Miami International, you say, is one place we might want to check out the art. What have they got there?
Yeah, among other things, there's a half-mile long terrazzo tile walkway called A Walk on the Beach. It's got in that tile is embedded mother of pearl, cast bronze fish and shells, all kinds of stuff that you would find on the beach. For that half-mile long walk, when you have to trudge to the airport, makes it kind of interesting and really makes a statement that here you are in Miami. In San Diego, there's a $2.2 million ribbon of LED lights in the ceiling of the new terminal. It's called The Journey. It's quite fascinating. You see images of people swimming, dancing, doing all kinds of things, sort of fluttering through. So again, as you make that long walk, there's a little entertainment for you. And one of the things I thought was interesting is sometimes you get controversial with airport art. At the drive up to Denver International Airport, there's a Luis Jimenez sculpture. Luis Jimenez, a fairly prominent artist who has works in lots of airports. This one's called Blue Mustang. It's a giant wild horse, very evocative of Colorado, but it has bright red eyes that some people say look sort of satanic. The airport stuck by it, but the local community has sort of wrestled with whether they like it or not.
A satanic blue horse, just what we need to think about when we're flying these days. Scott, where's the money coming from for this?
It's very interesting. A lot of cities now have ordinances that require 1% or 2% of a construction budget of a public building to be spent on public art. Well, at airports, that's a huge amount of money. 1 or 2%. Airport terminals are very expensive. So if it's a modernization project, if it's a new terminal, there's a lot of money. The new international terminal in Atlanta, there was $10 million for public art there. The San Francisco airport, over its long art program, has spent $15 million on art, and much of it very interesting and worth a look for travelers.
Scott McCartney, more art destinations in the airport in his column, the middle seat column tomorrow in the Personal Journal. Thanks, Scott, for being with us.